All right, works fine.
Well, yeah, I don't know. There's supposed to be two other people. Sebastian, it's nice to see you again. And Lukas, it's nice to meet you. I don't think we've met before.
Thank you. Are you guys pitching anything or are you just voting?
I am pitching. I have a presentation that I'll share.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll mostly just vote, I guess, due to time constraints.
Same here.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Jules.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Jules. Nice to meet you too.
Okay, two more or one more?
One more.
One more, all right.
Testing audio. All right, sorry. I've been having some feedback in my headphones. I've just been fixing it. Sorry for all the tests.
No problem.
Jules, I just gave you the permission to record as well.
So is everybody excited? And Jules and Lukas, have you participated in Eden before?
Well,
And Sebastian too. All you guys participated in Eden before?
Yeah, I
I
did.
did. Same here, yeah.
But I was just promoting ESBs. So yeah. It's my plan for today to just, if I would get elected somehow, I would just spend those funds on 50% support, 50% ESBs. So I'm not really pitching anything. If that makes sense.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, thanks for all your work with the Bs and support too. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
and this is your first election of you was here last election.
Can you repeat that?
Wait, sorry. you was here for the last election, Eden election, or this is your first time? Yes.
I've been here for the last one as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I was also here for the last one too.
It's your first time?
Yes, this is my first time.
Cool, welcome.
Thanks.
Have you been following Eden and EOS for a while?
Yes. I'm a USB worker and just Eden members.
Okay, nice.
I represent the French community.
Cool. Well, yeah, thank you for all the great work from the French community and with the Bs too.
So is the other person still coming or should we start? Do we have the name? Maybe we can contact on Telegram or something.
So to speak, Cameron James Moshier. I remember he participated in the last election, but I'm not sure if he's here now.
Yeah, okay.
And we have 31 minutes, we have 33 minutes left. So I suppose maybe we should start. So we have time.
Sure. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll just say that I'm Dan Singjoy, and like I said before, it's nice to meet y'all. And if anybody would like to go first or share, we already shared partially what we're planning to do, sharing presentations or not. If anyone would like to take the lead or share whatever you'd like to share, feel free.
I can go first,
Right.
I guess, as I don't have too much to share. So my name is Lukas. I'm based in Germany. I'm a free software engineer. following EOS since the ICO, basically, also following Eden since Genesis. I'm the creator of eosgiftcard.com, which is like a little side project of mine to support the onboarding of new users into the EOS ecosystem. I also ported that to Telos in cooperation with the Telos Foundation, and I worked a bit in the early days with EOS Stack together with Luke Stokes on the website, basically, for EOS Stack. Yeah, today I'm mostly here just to vote for one of you guys, as I'm time constrained and I can't really take an active part as a delegate.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Then I go next. You may know me from EOS support. I'm the Princess Bee for the German Hive of EOS Bees. I'm only here to vote. If I would have been voted by you guys, then I would just give the funds 50% to EOS Bees, 50% to EOS support, but I'm just here to vote. So that's my pitch, so to say.
Cool. Sounds great. Thank you.
You can go if you want. So yes, my name is Jules. I'm a student in business school right now. I represent the French community. As I said, I'm a worker for EOSB's French community and Eden members. And yes, I'm here with Vince, EOSFR, Bishop, CryptoZac, and Boris to represent the French community and present a project in order to grow the French community. But if you guys have a more stronger project to present, I will be here for vote. Or if I'm alone to present something, I'm here to pass to the next one.
Okay, cool. Sounds great. Thank you very much. You say your name is pronounced Jules?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Jules. Nice to meet you. And yeah, thanks everybody for the great work and everything. And also, Lukas, I think I did listen to your election last time, I think, and I remember hearing about, you said EOS gift card, I think, and I checked out the website for that a few months ago. So it looks cool. And so yeah, thanks for that. And with EOS Stack and everything too. So yeah, and also the French community is doing awesome work too with bees.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you're welcome, and thank you again. And so I'll go now, and I have a presentation. I've been building lots of presentations lately, and I was up a lot last night just trying to make this presentation like really cool, and so I'll try to go through it in like 5 minutes. So I haven't had a chance to rehearse it yet or anything, so it might be kind of all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoy, and feel free to jump in with any questions or comments or anything like that. Okay, would anybody like to say anything else first, or should I jump into it now?
Please go for it.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. So I am running to be a delegate in Eden, and I am building a community called Eden Creators that I'm aiming to support and build with Eden and support Eden with. So this is the logo, the cosmic key, and Eden Creators. There's a table of contents here that I guess we won't get into most of it, but like I said, I'll just try to go fast. So first I'll give an intro, and then I'll talk about funding cooperative, funding fractals and Edens to create value for EOS in the world, and then creating amazing content, all sorts of multimedia like videos and music and stuff to help people understand the benefits of EOS, Eden, and fractal governance, and plans to empower billions of communities with Eden and EOS and make the best experience possible. So here's my Eden profile. A musician, creator, and entrepreneur working to make the best experience possible. I'm founder of Dogman Labs, so some people might know me as Dogman in the EOS community, and I'm also working on a bunch of other projects. You can see more here that I'll go over in this presentation, and I also have a YouTube channel where I make a lot of music and stuff. And I'm like a huge fan and really big participant in Eden. So I listened to all the Eden rounds and read more manuals, and I'm super excited about it. And I participate often. I've also been very active in Fractally, and I'm currently ranked number 2 in the first Fractal, just behind Dan right now, Dan Larimer. And yeah, so I've been putting a lot of work in these presentations. That's me. I've been making a music video that I'll share soon, with just from Dogman Labs. It looks like Sebastian's in the room twice right now. I'm not sure if Sebastian looks very serious and
frozen.
Serious and frozen. And now there's two Sebastians.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Now my Zoom crashed. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. It sounds good. Oh, good. It's good to have you back from the Matrix or wherever you went there. So yeah, this is my website. This is the website Dogman Labs, where I share a lot of writing. You can check it out, where I write about Eden creators and Fractal forums and all things I'm building with Eden and EOS. Lots of different projects. Won't have much time to go over it now, but just showing a quick overview right now. This is my YouTube channel, Dance Party. I make a bunch of music and fun videos and stuff. And I last month I started hosting the EOS Hot Sauce, working with EOS Nation. So I've been doing that. I made this episode yesterday. I do a live show, and I've also been making presentations sort of similar to these for Fractally. So there's that, and I've been making tweets and stuff to help promote Fractally. And here's an upcoming video that I'm sharing to show what Fractally is like and promote it. If I'm elected, I would like to be elected, and I'd like to help lead the community and participate in meetings and help everyone as much as possible, and lead with integrity and care and all that good stuff. And then I'd also like to fund lots of fractals. So there's a couple here that I'll mention, and fund creators to make amazing content about EOS and Eden. So I'd like to help fund an EOS fractal at some point and gather community to use the Fractally process for Fractal, and also Fractal Forum, something that I've been in communication with previous Eden delegates about, to fund like using the Eden process. I'll also go quick too, because I have like already a couple minutes in and there's a lot more to go. Yeah, so, and also Eden creators will help make great content. So I want to help bootstrap Eden creators with this, and help attract a lot of great creators and musicians and artists and so forth to help create amazing content, to help everyone understand the benefits of fractal cooperation in Eden. So here is some art for Eden creators, and then I'm just about to launch the website for Eden creators this weekend. So here's some of the things I wrote about and what we're doing with Eden creators. And so won't have a chance to read it here, obviously, but lots of exciting stuff here. And there's a founding story, which is basically to make great videos, because there's so much great content like in Eden, and we need video editors and so forth. So that's gonna be one of the things we're working on, and we want to help empower people creatively in a lot of ways. During the first Eden election, I first introduced Eden creators, and I made a video from there, and I made some productions from it to kind of lead the way with that. And these are some screenshots from that presentation. I've also been building EOS Sages, which is like an Eden or a fractal that I'm planning to form at some point. And I've been helping with the EOS Network DAO and DAP Heroes, which is a project on EOS. And there's lots of different communities I want to help to build, like surfing communities and stuff like that, and juggling and all sorts of fun, helpful things. Also, I'm building a bunch of creative communities called Playtubers Global with Playtubers Global. So those are other Edens and fractals that I'm aiming to start in the future. And yeah, lots of different exciting things here with fractal forums. And then Eden creators, this is kind of the story of how I started building it. I started building it after, Felix Ruiz made a great video summarizing Eden. I talked about it. And so basically I want to help empower like a video production process for all of these things with Eden. So there's that. And then the website I'm launching, I'm already starting to release a lot of content. So as I mentioned before, making that video, and then I'm making a bunch of other videos that are shared there, and then combining meetings from delegate meetings that I went to for delegate meetings, and fractal meetings and so forth, and hot sauce meetings where I talked about Fractally. So there's all that. And then also lots of different communities and art that I'm also building for lots of different purposes here. So lots of different things. I'm probably almost at like 5 minutes. I don't want to take up too much time, but yeah, basically here's lots of cool pictures that show it. Some of them I already showed already because this was put together kind of last minute. I'm also building like resources to help people learn about Fractally, and yep, that is basically that.
Could you please share the website for Eden creators that you launched?
Yeah, so it's not really launched right now. I mean, you can go to edencreators.com and it's live, but it's like in a draft state right now where it's really messy. So there's lots of just like notes there, and I'm planning to launch it this week.
Cool. All right. And you said it's about like for content creators. Is it like mostly educational content for getting like understanding all the fractal governance things?
Yeah, I mean, it's educational content, and there's always an educational component because most people don't know about fractal governance in Eden. So there needs to be the education to help people learn about it, understand it, and then also content like all sorts of fun, exciting content, like making songs about it or making exciting videos about it, and combining the education with fun, exciting things and so forth.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Okay, and let's say you reach to the level of a top chief delegate. Would you create a team to help you, or do you have any plans in this kind of direction?
Yeah. So thank you both, Lukas and Sebastian, for the questions, by the way. So what I'm aiming to do is build teams with the fractal governance process with Eden and with Fractally. And so using the funding and deploying the funding to like the EOS, to start a new EOS Fractal where people can earn EOS every week by participating in Fractal events. Or there's another thing I'm working on called Fractal Forums, which is kind of similar, kind of using the Eden process where people can talk every week and earn EOS. So building a team like that, and then eventually also want to build Eden creators into a fractal as well as many others. But I would start with like probably the EOS Fractal and things that are most closely related to EOS and Eden.
Great. Sounds good.
Thanks. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Okay.
I mean, education is a critical part in all of this, right? It's like the root.
Yeah. We need education, better education, to help people understand these ideas because they're so helpful.
Especially Fractally needs it. I mean, it's so small compared to what it can be. So I think that's where things have to start. Like providing material.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why I'm so excited and passionate to help with these things. I think they're super helpful, but like you said, they're really small. So
already. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So since how many time you do this for EOS?
So I've been working with EOS since just at the beginning, since early 2018. And I've been building a lot of these communities, like I mentioned, like my YouTube channel and PlayTubes Global, lots of different communities for probably the past decade or so. And ever since EOS kind of launched back in 2018, I realized how I could maybe start to empower those communities with EOS. So I started building those communities with that in mind. And then last year when Eden came out, then I started building Eden creators pretty much right after Eden came out, because I realized that Eden could be used to empower all these creative communities and so forth. And I've been working on it ever since then.
Okay. Cool, really interesting.
Cool, thank you. I'm glad you find it interesting.
If you want, I can tell you a bit about what we do for the French community.
Yeah.
So we noticed that there was no French-speaking EOS community for a long time, and decided to create a Telegram group and Twitter account in the first quarter of 2021. So we went from 10 people to 350 people in the Telegram group. We dedicate a lot of time to educate people in French about EOS. We do a lot of AMAs in our group and with other French crypto groups to increase our visibility. And we create some NFT with Bishop, who is a designer and who is working for the EOS support. so for our community and to increase engagement and raise some money in order to grow the community. We communicate a lot with the global EOS community. We are EOS workers, and as I said, Bishop is an EOS support member. Where a lot of education content and support service done in French by EOS French was translated to. So what we are currently working on and what we are planning to do, we're finishing to translate the book More Equal Animals in French, and we will launch a website and a French page to the EOS English website with our French content. We will, of course, keep doing what we are already doing to make the French community growing. Should we succeed in getting funding or not? We will provide update and checkpoint on this roadmap every first of every month. Why we do want funding and why our work matters. The French-speaking crypto community is really huge and doesn't know about EOS. For example, there are 30,000 members in the Ultra French Telegram group, and we are only 350 members in the EOS group French Telegram. So that's a huge adoption potential we shouldn't miss, and that's why we believe our work is important for the community. Funding would help us reward the work we do and the hours we give and recruit more members. It would also be useful to pay to be hosting some AMA in a big Telegram channel to make a great giveaway that would attract people. One of our main objectives is to still have a French community representative in the Eden Delegate member. Some of our members are giving a lot of time to EOSBs and EOS support that will also be represent during the election. So our objectives are today more modest than during the previous election for EOS French. We are also supporting a lot of EOS projects, so we will seek the most funding possible as long as we don't face Eden members that need money for work that we feel is more important for the US community than EOS French community. We will provide a report of the election with some of our feedback. Just to know, how can people keep a track of the funding we got during the last month? You can track the MSIG US account for US French community and former Eden Delegate Vincent Bishop. So if you want, I can give you the different link. If we don't spend all the funding we get, our plan is to redistribute it to our EOS project. We judge the most useful to the community for Pomelo, for example. And just for finishing, our big accomplishment of the last month, we did AMA with more than 700 views on YouTube with a big French gem hunt community. I will give you the link just after. We're going from 100 people to 350 members on our Telegram channel. We have a big integration in EOSBs and EOS support. And we have a true partnership with French Telegram Decrypto and Detective Token. I can give you the link to. So that's it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I really want to have the links. So
yeah, so cool.
Yeah, cool.
Also, do you have an estimate about how much capital would be needed to reach your goals?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Do you have an estimate of how much EOS you need, like how much capital is required to reach your goals?
I don't really know. It depends. Sorry,
Okay.
my English speaking is not the best. We try to get the more we can in order to develop the community. And as I said, if we don't use all EOS, we will give EOS to other projects fourth Pomelo or other things.
Okay, so you make an estimate afterwards. You know how much funding you get.
Yes, I'm sorry, I can tell you how many we need right now.
Yeah,
I know the last election, Bishop and Vince got some EOS, and they didn't spend all the amount, so they give it to other project. So here is the Blocks EO account where we can see the different transaction. Here is the YouTube video.
Maybe while we check those links, I would like to ask the same question to Dan about, do you have an estimate? Like, I'm not sure how the process of starting a new fractal goes and how much capital is needed to do that.
Yeah, thanks for the question. So I mean, it's flexible, and I would basically be flexible to deploy in the best way possible and have to use some judgment to do so. So the more can be better, of course, like anything, but I think that just a small amount of capital could be super effective. So like, for example, for the past couple months, I've been making a proposal for fractal forums, and I was planning to request it from the previous chief delegates, and I was planning to kind of bootstrap it with like asking for 500 EOS to start off with, and then do like a 10% weekly disbursement. So you could have like 50 EOS per week and something like that, where you could have just a little bit to incentivize people to come. So it can be started with a small amount like that. And then we could also grow it up, scale it up far beyond that, depending on how much capital there is.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Sebastian, I just muted you, just FYI, because there was some feedback from your side.
what do you mean?
I just muted you while Dan was speaking because there was some feedback coming from your side.
No, I muted myself actually because I didn't want to interrupt. But is there a question? I was just saving all the things. So.
Okay. So there is like a little bit less than, I'm also hearing echo, I don't know if that's just me or not, but maybe there's a little bit less than 10 minutes left, so we should probably start to come to consensus.
Do we vote? We vote on the election page, right? Yeah.
Yeah, although first we can come to consensus just talking to, if we prefer to do that, that might be better than just typing on the computer.
Sure. Yeah, so I don't know. I would vote for Dan.
Thanks.
Yeah, same for me. I really like the promotion of Fractally and fractal governance in general, and the content creation around it. So I guess I will also vote for Dan. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the homepage. Right now it's just a draft and it probably needs some more work, but we'll check back maybe next week and let's see what you can create there.
Okay.
Yeah, and
cool.
I would be happy to join. If you create teams, just hit me up.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so thank you very much, Lukas, for your vote too, and that support, and thank you. And also thanks for checking out the site. And then Sebastian, thank you for saying you're happy to join. That's awesome. And I'd be very happy to work with you there. And so we'll keep in touch about that in the future.
Right.
And I will even vote for you because I think you have a more stronger project than the French community. So I have no problem to vote for you, and I hope the more longer you can in the election.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you very much, Jules. I appreciate your support and your vote too. And also all the stuff that you're saying that you and the French community are doing, it's really awesome and exciting too. So I'm very excited to work more with the French community and watch your progress and do everything I can do to help you guys too. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate.
Yes, I guess let's submit our votes on the website and make sure everything goes through smoothly.
Yes.
I think my vote went through. I hope.
We have 3 votes right now.
Okay. Yeah, I was just getting mine set up, so I haven't voted yet, but I'll also vote for myself.
Dan, will you also upload the video after the meeting is done? You did the recording, right?
Yes, I hit the recording and I'll upload it to the IPFS.
Thank you.
I made one as well, but I don't think it's needed.
Okay, well, it's good to have redundancy, but run an essay, but probably helpful. I'll also probably upload this like to YouTube and stuff and share it like on social media eventually, if that's cool with all you guys at some point.
Sure.
Is that cool? Okay.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right, I guess we found consensus and we're good. I guess we can get back 5 minutes and meet again in the community room.
I'm sorry, Lucas, what were you saying? To hang out here for 5 minutes?
No, we can just move over to the community room, I guess. That's where we're down. We're done.
Yeah, we can go back to the main room and
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Sounds
Congrats,
good.
Dan.
Well,
Thank you very much.
was a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks so much. It was a pleasure. It was great to meet you all, and thanks so much. And if there's anything that you could help to as your delegate, then I'm happy to hear and do anything that could help. So please feel free to reach out. And yeah, thanks again, everybody. Great meeting you.
Yeah, let's hope you make it.
Yeah, good luck, Dan.
Sounds good. Thanks,
Good luck.
guys.
See you guys.